You like Krabby Patties, don't you, Squidward? Hey guys, how's it going? It is the real Randy Chavez coming at you with SpongeBob stuff. No, I'm joking. It is Pokemon sales data. We have a little bit to go through today. I'm gonna start with Skyridge. Only one thing in Skyridge, but I think it is worth noting that signatures. I think now are getting. There hasn't been much movement in Skyridge. There has been a lot of movement with every single Charizard across the board. So one could make the argument Skyridge is moving, although it's really just Charizard and Skyridge is moving. But there's one thing that I've been looking at for months, and it was a little too expensive at the time. Definitely not anymore. It was these pair of Rhydon. There was a reverse holo and a holo, both PSA 10, both signed by Arita. The reverse holo Arita, his auto got a 10. The holo Arita, his autograph got a 9. $2,500 both for both of them. I think that is a steal. There's not a lot of them, and there's a Rita sign too. Like they're freaking perfect pair. That is, I think that is very undervalued because Skyridge has not moved. Now it's not WotC. It's not the doesn't have a first edition stamp or anything. Skyridge WotC? No, I think it's just. I have a hole in my sock. Sorry. It doesn't have those first edition stamps, but that has those. That epic Charizard, and some of the artwork is very very good. I think artwork gets better as it goes along. Like I really do. There's some full arts that are great. The Mario Pikachu's are great. The first, yeah, they have original artwork, and it's so primitive what they, kind of look. And then now they're, they change over time, and it's just some the artwork I think is underappreciated in these sets, but people don't really know them because like, well, they're not vintage, not gonna be worth a lot. The artwork is still beautiful in my opinion. So there's only that thing for Skyridge, which again, whoever got that, I think got a steal. Rocket, the Team Rocket series. We had a Dark Dragonite first edition PSA 9, sold for $10.75. This is like the fourth one to sell for over $1,000. That's it for the Rocket set. Base set, Nidoking first edition, PSA 9. This sold for $3,200. I don't know what was wrong with it, why it got $3,200 only, but that's pretty undervalued, very undervalued for a 9. So Rocket set, what do I think where that's going? I've said on this, which is true, that Rocket said, I don't want to say it was overprinted. It was just printed a lot more time. I think that's when Pokemon was like at its peak, I guess. Like, you had base set, it was printed a lot. But Rocket set was printed a lot of times. I think partly because I had a Charizard, partly because I thought it was cool, something different, which it was. But, you have a lot more cards in the Rocket set that are available, even a first edition compared to like Gym Challenge or Genesis or whatever. There's just a lot more of them. In the pop report anyway. So, but either way, it's still set. So I think that will be slower to grow. I'm not saying it won't, because it definitely will. Any set with the Charizard, WotC, first edition Sam, that's definitely going to grow. It's got everything, but it's just it wasn't overprinted. It was just printed more than everything else. So that's why it's going to be slower to grow, but it still will. Base set, obviously, that it's always going to be the first set. That's people that don't collect Pokemon cards are going to get that set. They're going to collect that. The whole thing. There's going to get Charizard, whatever they want. It's the first set. Gym Challenge, my favorite. We have a Giovanni's Gyarados, first edition PSA 10, sold for $1,100. Blaine's Arcanine, first edition PSA 9. Told you this was $1,000 card. $1,036. If that is the case, what we should do is buy every Arcanine under $3,000 right now. Maybe even under 4. Because this is... If the 10s are going to get 5 to 8 times what the 9's getting, this is going to be... Because, I mean, it's not that far-fetched to say that Blaine's Arcanine, which has like 131 PSA 10 copies, so not a lot, is going to be worth $5,000. Because I have 4 of them. So there's only 127 PSA 10 copies available. And my friend Dimitri has one. I sold him in most of my Gym Challenge set, so that's 5 that, and he's not selling. So... Yeah, these are, if someone were to say, like, I'll take all 4 years right now for, $10,000, be 25. No, I'm not going to do it. If it's 3 times 4, $12,000, no, I'm not going to do it. Even if you say, all right, so $5,000, all 4 of them, $20,000, I just don't want to do that because I don't know, like, when the next time I'm going to get them again. I would only do that just because I'm trying to get this Trophy Kangaskhan. I digress. Giovanni's Persian, first edition PSA 9, so for $600. This should be a $1,000 card, more than Blaine's Arcanine. Now, Blaine's Arcanine, I get it. This is something that what he deserves. He deserves to be rare. He deserves to be a holo, and Blaine has this card. That's like the trifecta of like Gym Challenge. Like it's heckin' perfect. But Giovanni's Persian is a fan favorite from the anime, from the games. That is just something that he has, even from the manga. That's something that he has. The whole with Meowth Goes West, that whole backstory is beautiful. And again, for anyone that has played those games, you all want Persian for the Slash. And it's harder to get, too, because you have to get a Meowth, you have to evolve, and you have to train like level 50-something. Dugtrio gets it at, like, you can catch a Dugtrio at level 28. Or you can get a Diglett and raise, and then it'll learn Slash eventually. But, yeah, if you want a Persian, you have to work for him. So I feel like that is still undervalued. Definitely should be $1,000. And it should be $1,000 because there's only, like, 51 Giovanni's Persian PSA 10s. Less than half of Arcanines. And Arcanines has less than half of Charizard. Charizard is worth, like, 12 grand now. I think someone worked out a deal in Hawaii for, I think he made for, 5.5 for this Blaine's Charizard first edition PSA 10. I think they agreed to 5,500 cash and 5,500 trade value. So, about 11K. And this other guy's waiting for money. I think he'll do 12, which again, I don't want to do because I think it's very undervalued. I still think it's undervalued at 12,000, but, I would do it again just for the, Trophy Kangaskhan. And we had Erica's Venusaur, first edition PSA 9. Remember when I had the record price point of like $675 or $720 last week? Yeah, or a few days ago. This one sold for $835. Now it was a UK auction, so maybe someone's like, people in the UK, I'm going to, because I don't want to have to buy this for $800, even if it's $30 less, and then pay like a $200 like import fee. Not gonna happen. Blaine's Charizard first edition raw. I would have given this grade a 9, but it only sold for $24.25. Maybe the seller had a little something iffy, but Blaine's Charizard probably should not get less than $4,000 now. First edition PSA 9. Even though I think it should be higher, that's something that you get that for. That is so cheap, right? And just because of where I see Charizard's got right now, no, it's not. It's like, okay, it's 4 figures here. It's $4,000. That's more than most people's rent or mortgages. What the fudge, Chavez? I get it, but compared to where these cards, and not every card is going to grow exponentially, but dude, this is. And a few months ago, I was thinking like, see, should be worth $1,000. Should be worth $1,500. Why am I saying it's cheap at $4 grand now? Because of the way Charizards are going. Again, I love Gym Challenge set, but I'm going to be a realist. Like, Gym Challenge is a niche set. Like, there's been polls on E4, and yeah, Gym Challenge gets some love, but not as much as Neo Genesis, not as much as Base Set, not as much as Neo Destiny. They have the Shinings. Like, there's, yeah, it's a little bit more niche, but damn it, that Charizard. So yeah, where do I think Gym Challenge is going? Little niche, but that Charizard is going places. Like that there's a Dark Charizard. There's 3 Dark Charizards, first edition PSA 10 and PWCC auction. They're all $9 grand and above. And Blaine's Charizard is always worth a little bit more than that, just historically. Now again, Dark Charizard came first, but Blaine's Charizard has the better artwork. It doesn't have like 80 health with a shitty attack. No, it's badass. It's got a lot of badass things about it. So yeah, that's. I think that Charizard will be worth a lot more in the future. Neo Destiny. We had a Shining Charizard Unlimited. An unlimited Shining Charizard. Oh, I'm so sorry, Dashi. And this one always keeps pace with Blaine's Charizard first edition PSA 10. So Shining Charizard Unlimited PSA 10. So for $11,300. Then we had a Dark for Alligator first edition PSA 9. So for $435. Which makes sense because the last one that I sold was for about $1,800. So if this one should be worth a little bit more than $2 grand. And there's a Dark for Alligator first edition PSA 9, PSA 10 on PWCC auction. I think it's like $1,200 now. That current bid. And this is also something that, ow, my leg. That only has like 60 PSA 10 copies. So very, very rare. Shining Raichu Unlimited PSA 10. So for $28.69. If someone has their Shining Raichu first edition PSA 10 on there for $3,100, the best offer, that should be bought. Now, I should buy it, but... Oh, God, I should buy that. But I can't, man. I can't. This is. I have so much riding on this. I have so much riding on this Trophy Kangaskhan, and that Trophy Kangaskhan is already at $80,000 bid. Oh, all right. So moving on past that, a Shining Mewtwo, first edition PSA 10, $6,037. Now this is also again a UK auction, so this is something that maybe they said like, I'll pay this, even though the last one was like 4,500, because they don't want to pay that fee, that import fee. So Neo Destiny. This has obviously grown. The Shining Charizard has grown just because Charizards across the board are growing, but there has been growth. I haven't seen as much growth in the Shining cards that I think they're worth, especially considering what base set is doing. Like Shining Charizard has a lot of history with this in these Shinings. It granted started with Neo Rev, but it ends with Neo Destiny. No more Shinings after that. There's no more first editions after that. So these are incredible cards, beautiful artwork. Yeah, it's really, really hard. Secret rares are they're so freaking cool. Speaking of Neo Rev, we had a Shining Gyarados first edition PSA 9, 1975. Sorry, I bought a Shining Charizard first edition PSA 9 and a Houndoom first edition PSA 9 like 2 weeks ago for $1,751. And now just the Shining Gyarados is getting almost 2K. Flirting with that 2K price. I just put mine up for 3K or best offer. I automatically declined any offers under $2,000. And again, I don't want to sell it. Like this Shining Gyarados is badass. And now granted, it is the fourth Gyarados to be printed because you have base set Gyarados. And I'm not even going to include base set 2 or Legendary Collection because it's the same thing. But you have Misty's Gyarados, Giovanni's Gyarados, and then this Gyarados. So this is like Magneton. There's like one every other set. But there's something about this that it's shining. It's a shiny Gyarados. Everyone that had played Gold and Silver, when you go to Lake of Rage, I was an idiot in my Gold version. I just killed it. My Nidoking. Like, yeah, get some. But the smart people, like my friend Joe, he's just like, no, I'm going to catch that. Yeah, it's cool. It was the first shiny. It's badass. And you get to have that in a card where you're a little fisherman and just say, it is so freaking cool. And you have a Shining Magikarp as well, first edition PSA 9, so for $921. I think that's a little undervalued. And then a Magneton, first edition PSA 8, so for $95. Like I said, Magneton, there's like one every other set. And then we have a Japanese promo. Where's Neo Rev going? Yeah, so because these are the first Shinings, Shining Gyarados is going to be huge. I think also Houndoom, because there's not a lot of 10s. I know there is one in, I think, it's one in Neo Rev. Is there one in another? I know there's one in another set too. There's honestly a lot of Houndooms as well. I forget which set it was, but there's a Dark Houndoom also. But yeah, there's not a lot of 10s in it. So it's a good set, especially with the Shinings. Probably not as exciting as Neo Destiny though, or Neo Genesis because it's first, because it's something that just kind of caught in the middle. Japanese promo, I've mentioned this before. Balloon Pikachu was, I don't know what it was. Well, the card is from I think 97, 98, 99, somewhere in there. But if everyone remembers Pokemon Snap, there was one level in there. It was like a cave. There's a bunch of Ditto, and you get to see Jigglypuff at the end. But there's one set where there's a Zubat like carrying a Pikachu, and you have to throw a Pester Ball at it. Press B, and if you hit it, he drops Pikachu, which sounds like awful. Like, oh god, Pikachu. No, but Pikachu has balloons, and it's Balloon Pikachu, and you get to take a picture of it. Like, that's freaking awesome. That's freaking amazing. And you get to have that on a card. It's really cool. So, I sold mine at a record price point for like it's less than $1,000 like a month ago, and this sold for $1,778. So I'm gonna put mine up for like 3K or best offer. Same thing. Decline anything under $2,000 because I don't want to sell it. I don't. That's the only one I have left, and there's less than 20 PSA 10 copies in the world. I don't think I'm gonna put it up. Yeah, God forbid someone buys it and then I'll never get it back. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I won't sell that. I still have my... oh my god, what's it called? Mario Pikachu, bro. there are certain collector's items which I think that th- what it means to be vintage like collectors, like Masaki promos. I bought those the whole entire set, all PSA 9 for $5,500. I don't know if I put that in a thing the other day. I might have forgotten. And I put it up on eBay, 15 grand or best offer, because those Masaki promos are insanely rare, very very hard to grade, and they are just cool. They're amazing artwork. They're unique promos like that balloon Pikachu. They're very niche. People don't really know about them unless like you know about them. Kind of like in Pirates of the Caribbean, it's like, "Are we good and lost now?" Like, why are we lost? You gotta get good and lost. Otherwise, everyone would know where it is. Like you have to know what they are, know what they are. I don't know if that makes sense. But the Mario Pikachu thing, that's also vintage collector's item. Like, it's not old. It was made in 2016, but that's like 20th anniversary thing. You have a crossover, because both of them are Nintendo, but Pikachu and Mario in the suit. There's the normal stuff. There's the full arts. So cool. I got those for like the whole set, both artworks for Pikachu and Luigi. For the Mario Pikachu and the Mario Luigi, both of so 4 of them, for under like $1,500, and there are some for well over $4,000 now. And I could sell. I just don't want to, because they're really good. What it means to be a collector's item, limited amount, limited release, and that was it. I had a date tonight, guys. It was great. Again, I'll let you see her once in a while. I asked her to do a podcast. She's a little shy. I will keep you guys posted. I love you. Goodbye, guys. Meow. Meow.